Witness your name, please.
April May, at your service. Yeah.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the court. Silence from the peanut gallery. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aww. Yes, Your Honor.
This is so bad. God fucking help me. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom who isn't already spoken for in one way or another. Maybe not even then. I don't know. The judge is probably married. That sucks. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. And that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? The thing I'm supposed to do as a defense lawyer? That thing? Can I do that? Oh, I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite... firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Yeah, I'm just ignoring that one. That particular nugget. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it! I'll gladly proceed with a cross-examination, especially now that I'm very angry because Mia just got insulted. I'm gonna do it extra hard to spite you. And because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Yeah, Impish and Petty is definitely the name of the game when it comes to Phoenix Wright. He gets big mad, he holds grudges. He's, yeah, he's not as self-possessed as he necessarily wants people to think he is, in a lot of ways. He kind of has more in common with Edgeworth than you would expect, but just a little differently flavored.
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? The reason why is G? No, she can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? What does this have to do with the blue badger? Try reviewing your legal textbooks one of these days. You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. That's badgering, and I really don't think it should be allowed, Your Honor. Yeah, stop it! He's a fucking idiot! What is he doing? Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor Phoenix? You looked out the window. What did you see next? The woman with the long hair. That was Mia Fey?
Uh-huh. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's, like, your thing.
Your... thing? And the person attacking her? How do you know she was a defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, like, she had, like, a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks! I don't like it!
What? I thought it was pretty good.
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Her clothes are fucking weird, dude. How did you not notice that? Come on. I mock her about it like every time I see her because holy shit, they're weird. Ugh. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her and her entire village that I haven't met yet. And I'm no expert on fashion, but... Why are you picking on her? That's unnecessary! Holy shit, dog! That is taking me out! Not only are her clothes weird, but her hair is freakish! I'll have you know that my client is the weirdest person I've met, but at least she's not a murderer. Oh, holy shit. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But my sleepy, snorpy little testimony, Uwu.
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Yeah, as we've established, Phoenix is normal and cool, and there's nothing strange about him.
Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. We'd like every trifling little itsy-bitsy little detail.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Witness's account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Like, yeah?
So, you saw me then too?
Of course. I'd remember that spiky, weird-ass hair anywhere.
Spiky? Yes, Spiky! Have you looked in a mirror recently? You style it that way on purpose. Don't fuck with me, okay? You know. The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. In general, in this court, we will refrain from personal attacks on one another. We are concerned with the law, not pointing and saying names and acting like we're in grade school. Come on now, people.
Oops. Was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well. Since you're sorry, I'll forgive everything. Continue. Is that right as in your right, as you look from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Oh, I gotta think. Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
Yeah, obviously you can say that since she's right there. What happened then? Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it? Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Yeah, didn't it come up in another case recently, I think you mean?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Actually? Okay, wait. This is... I think this is in September, and the first case actually takes place in August, which is something that startled me when I realized, especially because I've been, like, going back to the timeline and stuff. It's like, yeah, the first Turnabout takes place on August the 3rd, and this is... I'm pretty sure this is in September. Yeah, September, like, 7th or something. So, a weirdly invisible month has passed. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You know, you've been in my hotel room. I could easily show you back again.
Nope, not interested. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. That's what I'm interested in. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. What do you think about that? Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know that this was a clock? I'm very eager to hear. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, the fuck I won't! Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once, but, you know, everyone embellishes their resume a little bit. Can't I have that? Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court... That's what I think, too. It's like, okay, I don't think I would hear a clock going off in the building across the street unless it was a truly, like, deafening noise. Like, that's crazy work. What are the acoustics like between those two buildings? I think it's 3 p.m. Yeah, like that. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Huh? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. I'll admit I'm amused. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, you're about to get a sick taste of your own medicine. That's what you get for being a little bitch. I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Ta-da! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. My phone is a totally normal phone that definitely doesn't have a nerdy-ass ringtone when we hear it later. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! Defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention! Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. It's too bad that Edgeworth's such a nightmare to work with. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame!
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Yeah.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Oh, hell yeah, I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today. That's really a shame. You should have planned your trip ahead of time.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Jesus Christ! I think I need to put a restraining order on the witness. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Yeah.
Scary. Holy shit. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Okay, anytime he says this is it, I have to say it's like a trigger phrase. It's like, oh god, I hate when they say this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the full truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. I do love me some proof. Yummy, yummy, let's see it. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Bazam. Have a look at this.
That?
I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not! Oh yeah? I think I can! It's simple, Edgeworth. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the fucking phone conversation. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair. All of you keep ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question!
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder even though you tapped her phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. Yeah. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay. So, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee? Where the hell is she going with this?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Ugh! So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No! I can't just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, oh, come on, think of something, Phoenix. Now is not the time. I don't have time. Fuck. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? You're making a deal with me? Right in front of the court salad? Dude, you're shameless. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? Better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? God, I feel so shitty about this. Well, life's in my hands. I have to make the right choice. Fine, I'll play your stupid game, Edgeworth. I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. But I could lose that either way, so... Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Alright, folks. It is officially time for piss break number 1. I will see you in a few.